Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the second meeting of our educational research class. And today we are going to learn how the mechanism or the procedures of research in language education. But before that, let us try to refresh our memory what research is. A research means a process in which you engage in a small set of logical steps. Okay, so the steps that we are going to take are logical. All of them are logical. The process that are logical include three main steps. The first one is we pose a question and then collect data to answer the question. And the last one is present an answer to the question. So basically, this semester you learn how to answer something with a logical steps instead of only responding a question, but we are going to learn how to pose the whole procedures of research. Now, what skills that you need to have if you want to be a researcher? The first one, you must be able to solve puzzles or solve problems. So, you must have a skill of problem solving. And the second one, you must be able to lengthen your attention span. Means that you must be very patient and then meticulous details. So we cannot be really spontaneous when we do a research. The third one, we must learn to use library resources. It means that you will be exposed to a lot of research articles, huge number of words that you need to read. Number four, the last one, you need writing, editing, writing skills. So it's a very long process and demanding. But let's try to make it step by step, then you will be a good researcher. Right. So what research the current trends in ELT and ITE? ITE here means Initial Teacher Education or Pendidikan Guru. So Zainiers ever summarize that there are five trends of research in ITE. The first one is surveys about students in teacher education program, a survey that is conducted to you as a student teacher. And then number two is a specific case studies of individual teacher education program. So teacher education programs or initial teacher education is just like us. You learn in our department to be a teacher. That is called as initial teacher education or teacher education program. And the third one is conceptual and historical research on teacher education programs. It is like compiling how teacher education program was start first until now. And the fourth one is studies of learning to teach in different settings. Like you learn how to teach, but during the pandemic, that will be very much different if you learn how to teach when it is not during the pandemic, meeting face to face with your students, yeah. And the last one is the nature and impact of teacher education activities and also self-studies. So it is about how you manage yourself to learn as a teacher. And what about in ELT as bigger picture? Jadi kalau ITE itu khusus tentang pendidikan guru, kalau ELT ini lebih luas, scope-nya lebih luas, yaitu pendidikan bahasa Inggris. I got this from TESOL Journal. There are 8. The first one, trend 1, is research about changing perspective on English teaching and learning. Jadi kalau kalian pernah dengar kata students perception, teachers perception, nah itu berarti masuk ke yang nomor 1. Number 2, changes in goals of English teaching and learning. Dulu tujuan belajar bahasa Inggris itu yang penting bisa ngomong. But now it turns into various goals. Misalnya, to be able to adapt with different cultures, to be able to construct autonomous learning, bisa belajar mandiri gitu. And then the third one is changes in approach of teaching. Mungkin kayak kalian sebelum pandemi, you will learn many research about penggunaan metode discovery learning ya to improve student speaking skills or problem-based learning as means to construct students' critical thinking skills gitu. Tapi during the pandemic, that approach might be very much different. They might have other approaches such as using games and interaction, social presence during Zoom, for example. So, changes. Fourth one, teaching content, textbook misalnya. In Indonesian English language teaching textbook, ya buku paket bahasa Inggris given by the government or bought by or written by some famous publishers like Erlangga or Pearson, for example. We can try to analyze what lies behind the textbook. Misalnya kok gambarnya sekarang ada yang pakai jilbab, dulu nggak ada. And then kenapa dulu seringnya pakai Budi dan Ani, kenapa nggak ada nama-nama yang lain ya. And then curriculum design, curriculum design hubungannya sama lesson plan and assessment, penilaiannya gimana. Kalau daring, apakah yang bobot skornya tinggi itu di penugasan atau di partisipasi misalnya. Ya. Number 5, the expanding dimension of communicative competence. Kalau dulu kompetensi berkomunikasi itu yang penting lancar gitu bahasa Inggrisnya. Terus berkembang nggak cuma lancar tapi juga polite. Terus sekarang berkembang lagi dalam era daring, kayak gimana tuh berarti politeness-nya seperti apa? Common Indonesian netizens might say polite means baper. So it is another research. 6, changing views of an effective English educator. Nah ini ITE ya, Initial Teacher Education, pendidikan guru ya, yang nomor 6. 7, rapid development and integration of information technology in ELT. Nah, gimana pakai online game, gimana pakai Zoom, gimana membangun literasi belajar daring, itu di number 7. 8, changing roles and increasing responsibilities of teachers. Ya, tanggung jawabnya sekarang udah jauh lebih demanding ya as a teacher, apalagi di era pandemi. So, there are a lot of things that we can search and research. And how are the procedures? Kalau mau melakukan riset itu gimana? There are 6. The first one is identifying a research problem. And then the second one, navigating and reviewing the literature. Habis dapat problemnya, terus kita pasti akan kepo dong, ya, cari sumber-sumber terkait. Ini kepo session. And then specify a purpose of a research. Kalau udah kepo, kayaknya pertanyaan yang yang mau aku jawab itu nggak sebanyak ini deh, kayaknya cuma 1-2 aja gitu. And then collecting data, ya, ngambil data untuk nanti supaya bisa menjawab problems ini. And then analyze and interpret the data, baru report and evaluate the research. In our department, the stages of this, yang identify, navigate literature, and then specify purpose, ini akan kalian pelajari di mata kuliah Educational Research. While collecting data sampai analyzing, you will learn that in Research Instrument and Data Analysis subject. Yang terakhir ada di thesis proposal writing. So, it needs a long process. So then now I would like you to discuss with your group. You might check the links below, 2 links, Academic OUP and Asia TEFL journals. Try to find 5 research articles that meet to your interests. So, I think that's all for today. Have a nice discussion, everybody.